Well, hello there, Sagittarius. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we're going to be doing your mid-January reading. So this is good from now until mid-February. We'll take a look first at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll go to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or advice from Spirit. And, we have the big Pluto transit happening later this week. So we'll see how that might come into play with this reading. But please be kind and gentle with yourself as we're making this big transit. I'll have some more readings up later this week to help explain the energies and also how it will affect you in particularly. Okay, so let's get into your reading. Let's see what we have here. Protected by angels. You're cherished by the angels. Okay, so Sag, they're really, I feel like I got that message to let you know that as we transit from Pluto in Capricorn into Pluto in Aquarius, and Pluto has been in Capricorn for 15 years. It's moving into Aquarius and will be there for 20 years. So that's why you may see a lot of people really talking about this online. It's a huge transit, right? And Pluto is all about transformation. And, one of the things is that when we're transforming, we can go, a part of that journey is just like the caterpillar, right? The caterpillar phase has to die and it has to go into the cocoon in order to transform into the beautiful butterfly. And Pluto is the death card in tarot. It's all about transforming. And I feel like you are protected at this time. You may feel like you've been in the cocoon for a little bit, right? A little bit in the dark about where you're going or what's next on your path. And yet at the same time, what your guides and angels, the divine, wants you to know is that you're protected. You're okay. You're about to burst into that beautiful butterfly. You're going into that transformation. Nightingale spirit, love is all around. Yes. It's really interesting because the energy of love, and it does not mean necessarily romantic love. It can, but the energy of love has really been coming out strong in the readings lately. Even my own personal readings that I do for myself. It's the number 41, and 4 + 1 = 5. We've been in this Capricorn energy, okay? Pluto in Capricorn. We've been in that energy. It's very divine masculine. It's all about the rules of following the rules that the emperor, whoever the emperor might mean, to you in particular, following those rules so that you'll be safe and secure, right? So that could have been your parents, it could have been your teachers, it could have been religious leaders, political leaders, society at large, your friends, right? There's rules within our society. And now we're moving into this beautiful Aquarian energy where there are different rules, right, for different occasions, which of course we know, but at the same time we're stepping into empowering ourselves, being independent of the strict guidelines of rules that other people put on us, and stepping into what is really what are my values, what do I see about myself. And when we switch into that, it's also about loving ourselves, but also going forward, not in an energy of, well, I got to go get mine, but of, I want to do good for the world. I see the good in other people, and I want to empower other people. I want to love other people. I want other people to help raise their vibration, right? I feel like if you've been drawn to this channel or to this reading, if you're new, welcome. But it really is about understanding that we have been shedding for some time those energies of feeling like if I follow the rules, everything will work out for me. That's that Capricorn energy. The harder I work, the more money I'll make, right? This is the energy of stepping away, feeling like we have to acquire the rules or the direction from external forces, and this is loving ourselves, going within in order to be able to hear the messages directly from our guides or directly from divine, right? To understand that we can have that conversation. In fact, if you notice, there's a horn here, right, on this like old gramophone, or Victrolia or whatever this is, right? It's kind of like understanding that we have the ability to send out messages, but just as importantly, we have the ability to attract in those messages, that intuitive energy that we all have, that we don't have to have someone between us and the divine that tells us, that guides us, right? That we can have those conversations directly with spirit, with the divine. So yes, this is a beautiful energy. I'm actually kind of switching up the cards that I'm using today. I've been kind of guided to, we're really breaking into some new energy, and it's time to try some new different things. Wow, this is a beautiful message for you. I feel like, for some of you, you've been thinking about making a big change in your life. With the number 41, it's a 5, right? Understanding I have to make some change. I'm not happy in the situation I'm in, whether that's a relationship or a job, a career, a place that you live. It's understanding you've been going back and forth trying to decide what is the best option, and you could have been asking a lot of people in your life what they feel like is the best option, or trying to get a lot of advice from external places, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with, asking people about, what they think of, this career, or especially somebody that's worked in that career, right? Or traveling to a city that you think you may want to live in, and asking people there how they enjoy living there, right? That's gathering information, but it's not about, okay, I'm going to take that information and follow their suggestion. Instead, you're taking in that information. Once again, you're taking in the information, but you are using the information with your own experiences, right? With those experiences that you've had, knowing yourself well enough that you know that you can take this information, and that is that person's perception of a situation or a relationship or an idea. You have your own mindset, beliefs, values, experiences, and taking in the information, but then synthesizing it with what you already know, using your intuition. This is beautiful. I feel like you're really trying to, yes, look at this, High Priestess on the bottom, using your intuition. Right? Knowing that at this time, you may not see clearly in the 3D what it is that you're wanting, right? Or going towards, but here it is. You have to leave some things behind. You have to go in a new direction. And I think for some of you, you are actually moving, okay? Literally picking yourself up and putting yourself in a new place, because you understand that the energies where you are at this time are not supportive of what you value in yourself. So it could be moving yourself out of a relationship, or moving yourself out of a job or a career, or moving yourself out of a community, right? That does not support who you are and who you are wanting to become. It's almost like I want to move towards people that are more in aligned with how I feel and what I want to experience, and who love me for who I am, instead of feeling like I have to defend myself, right, against the people or situations in my life. So let's go to your present energy. Right off the bat, you have phase entanglement, right? Emotional influence. This is the energy of gossip, drama, people in your life that are trying to literally feed your mind with what they want you to do, instead of allowing yourself to listen to your own intuition, right? I feel like for some of you too, you're becoming more intuitive, more sensitive to the energy of people around you that you know are not really in alignment with who you are and who you are wanting to move towards, right? You're in that cocoon, you're getting ready to become the butterfly. Are the people in your cocoon people that you want to be flying with on the as you come out of this phase and rise to a higher vibration? I think a lot of you are saying, no, these people were in my caterpillar phase. Now, when I'm in my cocoon phase, I'm starting to understand I'm not really in alignment with them. I'm moving to a higher level. And that does not mean, I really want to stress, because I feel like this message is coming through clearly. That does not mean that the people around you are bad or wrong. There's no judgment here. It's just understanding they're no longer vibrating at the same level that you are. The truth that they think is true for them is their truth. It's you going within and understanding what is my truth. And when you step into your own truth and not worry so much about what other people are thinking, you have the Wheel of Fortune, right? You have the blessings showering down upon you. And this is a beautiful, look, a new start is coming. You're in the cocoon. Look at this, right? It's kind of like the moon, you know, is hidden. The what you are wanting to know, the clarity is hidden from you at this time, but you are about to come out of that cocoon and embrace the sunlight, right? And flap your wings and be able to fly at a very high level in this next phase. It's beautiful. So Pluto moves into Aquarius January 21st. I wouldn't be surprised if this week you're kind of like feeling like you're still in the cocoon, and then shortly after that transit happens, you start to feel this lighter energy about yourself, because look at, you have the Empress and then you have great achievement. Knowing what it is, this is the divine feminine energy, knowing what it is that you love about yourself. The Empress is very much in love with herself, not in a selfish way, not in an arrogant way, right? She knows her value and she doesn't allow people around her to question, right, her value or her truth or who she is, or have any say in what it is that she wants for herself or how she sees herself. She also knows that she doesn't have to work so hard. She can work with the divine to co-create, right? To allow things to come towards her. It's not that Capricorn energy of I have to work hard to get what it is that I want. This is more the Aquarian energy. When I step into who I truly am and love myself and love what it is that I'm wanting to create, and I stay in this energy of awe for what I have already created and an enthusiasm for what it is that I want to create in the future, it's almost as if everything falls into place for you, because your obstacle at this time is, I feel like you're missing kinship. So there's a little bit of energy here, Sag, that you may be staying with, allowing yourself to stay in this group, whether that's family, co-workers, friends, whatever. It's kind of like you're allowing yourself to stay there because you're missing a connection. You're missing connection, heart connection in your life. So you're allowing yourself to stay in some negative relationship or relationships because you don't want to be alone in the cocoon, right? And so it's kind of like, but I want kinship. So say if I want kinship, I'll just stay with these people until new people come onto my path. But here's the thing, if we don't make space for those new people to come onto our path, then there's no place for them to come in. We have to go through that short void where we allow people or situations to leave our life and have nothing there for a short time, in order to step into this Empress energy of knowing that we can allow, make space, have love for what it is that we want that void to be filled with, and not just filling it with something to fill it with, so that we're not alone or feeling empty for a short period of time. That's why you have the back and forth, because you're kind of like, I think you're trying to move into this energy of new people, right? Good connections that are in alignment with you. And yet, since they're not here, you're kind of pulling yourself back into this, right? It's easy to go back to what we're familiar with, to go back to relationships that are really not in alignment with us. And you know this, Sag, right? You know that there's some people or a situation that you need to leave behind in order to embrace this new. Yes, and it's time to release negativity. I feel like for some of you, you may have some people, okay, that have unhealthy habits, okay? So that could be, like partying or just a sense of a lot of fun, right? Or just habits that are not in alignment with the new version of you, the butterfly version, right? So it's kind of hard because then you're not only letting go of some people, but you could be letting go of some activities that you do with these people. But just asking yourself, when you're with these people or when you're doing some of these more unhealthy habits, right? Do you feel like the butterfly or do you feel more like the caterpillar? And understanding that it takes energy from us to allow ourselves to let go of some of those caterpillar habits and to truly step into the energy of being the butterfly. If you want to, just keep imagining yourself as the butterfly, right? Flap your wings if you want to. Walk around the room, flapping your wings, really envisioning what it's going to feel like when you can fly instead of just crawl on the ground. Not that there's anything wrong with caterpillars. I love caterpillars. Yes, this is the healing light. Understanding that you're stepping into a much higher vibration. And when we make changes in our life, it does mean, okay, that we have to kind of go within and love ourselves for the changes that we are wanting to make for ourselves, leaving behind any judgments of ourselves or others that are in that caterpillar phase or feeling shame or guilt for how we acted in the caterpillar phase, right? Understanding that is all part of the timeline. That is all part of our journey. You gained a lot of experience out of those situations and relationships, but it is now time for you to allow yourself to step away from those. And I feel like it's been a long, I think these people, whoever this represents to you, family, friends, co-workers, right? It's been a long journey of being deceived by them, of being pulled back into that caterpillar energy. I feel like for a long time, you've been trying to be the butterfly, trying to spread your wings, right? Trying to come out into the sunlight. And at the same time, these people or situations have been very, very difficult to detach from. And that is the Capricorn energy. The Capricorn energy is symbolized by the Devil card in Tarot. It's what we're attached to. And these people at one time provided you with love, with joy, with perhaps, a sense of belonging. And now you're allowing yourself to go in a new direction. Yes. You have confusion. I do feel like you're a little bit confused at this time, but the confusion is a good confusion because it's a little bit of understanding. You don't know exactly where you're going. Look at these cards just popping out. You don't maybe know exactly where you're going, but that's why you're in the cocoon at this time. In order to allow yourself to shift from the caterpillar stage into the butterfly stage. Understanding that what you can't see now, right, means that something has come to an end, or something has to end in order for you to have the bright new world. You are protected by the angels at this time. Understand, you're completely protected because your spirit guides, your angels know that you hold the healing light for other people. So when you allow yourself to go through this transformation, it is just so beautiful. You're just truly, the energy that I'm getting from where you are going to be, and I feel like in a very short time, within the next month, you are going to feel this total energy shift. Yes. And you're going on a new path. I truly feel like what you're seeing is how perhaps some people in the past were just players in your life, right? In order to get you to the point where you opened up, right? Where you started to feel like you were disconnected from them. And here you go. You have a beautiful new energy coming in, a new offer, a new idea, a new vision of what it is that you want for yourself, and to go the fool, right? Saying, okay, I'm ready to fly. It's kind of like you're coming out of the cocoon and you're truly sitting there saying, I'm ready to fly. I don't know what this new chapter is going to bring for me, but it's a sense of excitement. I'm ready, and bring it on. Is that energy. All right, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and pull a soul truth card for you for some final advice. And I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Does my life have room for more pleasure and play? This is exactly the energy, right? Do you have the room for what it is that you want in your life? In what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with your work. Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of yourself? What would happen if you added more play and laughter into your life? What area is lacking this right now? Take time to play. Let go of any need to produce anything, okay? So that's that Capricorn energy. I have to be working hard. I have to do this. Here's my checklist. I have these goals I have to go after, right? This is the energy where you're allowing yourself to let go of that and to enjoy life a little bit more. I feel like these people have been a part of that journey of feeling like you have to, that can be family. You have to have this amount of success or this amount of money or this type of a relationship in your life. This is allowing yourself to see what is it that you would like in your life, Sagittarius, and clearing out any of this energy so that you can make room for this energy. Look at the energy, the difference in the energy in those two cards, right? It's just like night and day. And so it's understanding, okay, I have to make room for these new relationships, but it's also about staying in that higher vibration, getting really enthusiastic, enjoying your life right now, even if it means that you have a lot of empty space, enjoying that empty space, envisioning what you are going to bring into that empty space, and getting really excited. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to leave it there. I really do appreciate all your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. It really does help to get my message out to more people, and I truly appreciate you. And I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.